We are now live. Hey, Alpha Sisters. Let me just double check we are indeed live on my phone just to test it. Hey, everyone. I'm waiting for you guys to tune in live. This is CEO Kelleher, but no, that's not us. I don't see us. Hold on. Refresh.
I just saw the notification that it disappeared.
There we are. Okay. Okay, we're good. All right. So, hey everyone, happy Lunar New Year. And I'm CEO, and I'm here with my friend Lydia. You know, she's she's welcome guest back to do Psychic Happy Hour with me because you guys keep saying you want her back. So we're going to pull cards and do some free Lunar New Year reading for you guys. So all you have to do is tune in, comment below with your name and whether you want a general guidance or if you want a card in your relationship or career, some things like that. If you're asking for relationship guidance, it helps us to know whether you're single or in a relationship. So let us know. But while we wait for people to start commenting, Lydia, just tell us what's been going on with you, or maybe some people don't know you. So just introduce yourself really quickly, and how people can find more work from you, or at least follow you and stuff like that.
Yeah. So lately, I have launched a brand new business with a business partner who's also part of this group. Her name is Laura. It's been a journey and an adventure for sure. Lots of learning lessons, but it's been really exciting. Lots of exciting work, getting to really tap in and do my passion work with doing readings, intuitive work, energy work, just all the things. So it's really exciting. And that business,
you've been doing this work before, but you kind of relaunched it in a different name or something like that.
Yeah, so I still have my personal business. It's called Cosmic Visions, and that's just more. It's turning more into like a blog space, a writing space, kind of getting my thoughts out there about the spiritual community and my journey and my own practices. And then we had a different business, and then we launched a brand new one called Radiant Soul, and that's with both Laura and I. And Laura is amazing. She's an amazing shamanic practitioner, angel channel, medium. I mean, when she gets like heated, it's amazing. It's incredible the messages that come through from spirit from her. So it's incredible to work with her and work with somebody so different from me, but we also balance each other out really well. So, and we're on Instagram. It's radiantsoul.co if you want to find us.
CO.
Yeah, CO, yeah.
Cool. All right, yeah. Awesome. So we're getting some requests in, but before we start, you'll tell us which deck you're pulling card from. We have actually today we have multiple decks. So let's do a quick introduction of one of the. We're gonna intuitively choose which deck we're gonna pull. I'm gonna have my Morning Come Oracle, and for those of you who might be interested in love reading or relationship reading, I have this Killik Oracle, which is just for the love and relationship reading.
And I'm using Mystic Monday's Tarot today. And then I also felt called to pull 2 Oracle decks. There's a crystal one. And then I have the Sacred Destiny Oracle, which I also really enjoy. So I don't know why Spirit told me to pick 3. So here we are.
I mean, we've got plenty of decks to choose from. So let's go. Let's do this. So Tamara is first. Tamara wants a general guidance. Tamara, I pulled the Divine Timing card. This card usually comes to ask for patience, but I'm hearing for you, Divine Timing is now. So you're being told that the timing is now. So if you're holding back or procrastinating or feeling like you need to prepare any more than you need to, you don't have to. Or maybe you do, but the divine timing is now.
And I pulled the Sun. This one came flying right out of the deck. And I really echo CO's sentiment of you have to get started now. You have to start right. I feel like you have to start doing things, planning things, getting ideas out now. so that after this retrograde period is over, you can kind of launch and go flying up to the sun. That's what it feels like. And the second card that fell out with it is the Hermit. So it's really getting intentional about all of your work so that you can launch and go fully into the sun and I guess radiate that way and show up in the world that way.
Awesome. Next is Anna. Anna wants a guidance around romantic relationships. We don't know, so we'll just pull general because we don't, I guess, relationships, she said. So I'm assuming she's kind of single and she's, you know, yeah. So let's see. I'm going to pull from this Killy card. But, you know, whoever, Lydia, if you're ready, first go. But I'm going to pull here.
All right. I definitely feel like you're ready for something new to come in. This is the Queen of Cups. She's full of love. It's emotion. You are like putting yourself out there. You're opening up your heart space is what I keep seeing. It's kind of flowing big time. Like there's just lots of pink energy and aura color around in front of your heart space. And then the second card that came is the Nine of Pentacles, which kind of always reminds me of the Empress card. She's just like ready to put herself out there. She's abundant. She's got everything she needs. She doesn't really need anything else, but now she's ready to kind of manifest that extra person in her life and bring that forward and have someone who like supports her in all of her endeavors, but they exist separately but together as an entity, if that makes sense. So that's what you're looking for, and that's what I think is really going to be important to manifest during this time of Mercury retrograde. Like this retrograde is so funny and interesting to me because it's kind of forcing everybody to go within and ask, what do I actually want out of relationship, career, all the things. So really get clear about what you're looking for.
Anna, I pulled two cards. One was date night of casual dating. It could also mean like, so for single people, casual dating, socialization, and flirting. And then the other card was destiny, like finding your soulmate, following your heart. So together, it feels like for you, Anna, you are heading toward finding that destiny, your soulmate. But the means to it is staying really open and light and being casual and just going on dates and flirting and socializing. And you may feel like, oh, how am I going to even get there? But what I'm getting is you will get there, or you'll find what you're looking for, or manifest what you're looking for through this. So that's the message for you. Next is Victoria. Is it Victoria? Okay. So I was wondering about some card or something guidance. Single, but I was seeing a guy this week who really kicked me off my feet. Knocked me off my feet. I'm like, good, better. I decided to end it because he was telling me he liked me, but I was getting the vibe that he really wanted to stay a bachelor. Just would love some. Let's see. So just kind of guidance around this.
Yeah, I do feel like he's just more, he was looking more for something fun, kind of quick. This is King of Swords. It's really fast energy, really quick energy. He represents like just no BS, kind of cutting through to the truth. So I think, even though he wasn't really telling you that, you were getting the vibes that that's what he was really energetically putting out there. So I think you were right in trusting your intuition. This card also came out, which is Four of Wands. And I think this is for you to know that you are actually very whole on your own, and that you don't have to like settle for this other kind of weird energy that's like wishy-washy or not being totally honest. And like, I love this card because it really shows structure within yourself. This is about having balance within yourself, having a really strong foundation for yourself, for relationships. So you don't have to waver on finding the right person. Like they're going to come no matter what. And this person's not it.
I pulled the similar card. I pulled the Queen, like someone who, you're the queen, right? This is who you are. You don't chase after some dude who can't even come across that interested in the first week of meeting and already giving you a vibe. So I think, and then I pulled work, career focused, and kind of staying. So I feel like you should just be in the energy of you're the queen. You're the queen bee. You're the people are gonna come to you. Don't settle. Don't put down your crown. Maybe in the meantime, focus in where you work. Maybe it's guidance is for you to focus on improving your work, or maybe there is someone coming your way from you focusing in your career for now. All right, moving on to Julie, because we got lots of people now. Julie wants a general guidance.
I feel like Julie's very busy. I get very busy energy for some reason. Oh,
Four cards pulled out. I'm like, yeah, Julie's busy. This is our Julie. Okay, this is Julie Purcell. So, I know she's busy. Okay. So, this is Julie Purcell in our inner circle. I just looked at her phone.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh yeah, this. Okay, give me some time. You go, Lydia.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like you're busy making money. Princess of Pentacles came up, and this is all about making money. However, it's not really refined, if that makes sense. Like, you're kind of having to work really hard, but it's on like really not fun projects. It feels like you're just like, oh crap.
I'm laughing because I know what you're good, Lydia. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. I'm just laughing. And I also just get the feeling like there's just like this weird illusion around all the work that you have to do, and that you have to take all of them on because you need the financial support and abundance. But I also think that there's a level of using some discernment there, because I keep hearing, is like the stress around it worth it if you make like $100 extra, or is the stress worth it if you make $1,000 extra? Like, you can pick and choose here, like what the valuable clients are, I guess, or if it's just like a random person on like that, I don't feel like that's worth it, if that makes sense. Or if there's like a big client where you're like, yes, that's going to make me the big money, and I'm not going to be as stressed about it for some reason. So use some discernment is what I keep hearing.
Julie, I feel like these cards are not related to career. So, but these are more like kind of more your path and expansion. I got start your journey, lead, and warrior spirit. So together, this feels like you're being asked to just please step into your power, step up, and be fierce, and be the leader you are, and be the kind of person you are supposed to be, which you deep down know, but you're just like, should I go, or should I, or oh, I should go on this journey, but then I'm gonna distract myself with other things. Feels like so magpie spirit came out too, which is a good news, good omen. So there's some good outcome coming your way. Either it's gonna come in forms of an information or a person that's gonna assist you to do this. So it feels like there's going to be a good news, good omen, good like kind of assistant or boost coming your way to actually do this. So hang in there and keep doing what you're doing. Take Lydia's advice to create the space for this level up, because if you're just running in a hamster wheel, you can't really lead and be the fierce, leader that you need to be. All right, but moving on, finally caught happy hour. Would love some general guidance. Carrie wants a general guidance.
I feel like, Carrie, you're also kind of balancing a lot of things in your life. Like, this always represents like, oh, I've got this going on, I have this going on, and I'm getting also very hot. So it's like very passionate work, but you have to kind of discern. I keep using the word discern. What's important right now? What can you get done right now? But you're really wanting to move forward and go really fast. This is the Chariot. It's just taking off into the sun and kind of getting stuff done. 3 cards kind of fell out. And I see this is the 6 of Swords. I feel like if you just keep going so fast and you don't take a step back and say, oh, what's coming that's really important to me right now, you might hit a roadblock. So this feels more like pick the thing that you're more passionate about first, and pick the thing that's really got you fired up and your passion is just like you're rearing to go towards one thing. Something about the retrograde is it kind of puts us in a stopping pattern, unfortunately, at times. So just be aware of that, and just pick the thing that really is like firing you up right now.
Carrie, I pulled Mago Blessing, which is a kind of something new. There's a creatrix energy, or creating something new. It could be some new creation. Maybe it's new art, new writing, new creative idea, or you might be a new job, new business. It could also mean a baby. So you're definitely being kind of charged up with some creation energy. So if you are really kind of considering some of these things, take Lydia's advice about choosing what you are most passionate about. But once you know, then right now is the time you are being like you're being blessed with this creatrix energy. Right now is the time to work on it, to make it. Markeisha went to general guidance. Markeisha, I pulled play your music card. So this is card asking you to start sharing your soul's work or what you're meant to do with the world. Don't hide it, or don't keep it too private. It's time for you to, it could be just work, or it could be what you think, or your voice, or what your feelings are. But you're being asked that what you have to say or what you have to share has a lot of value and power. And people want to know, and people need to know. So you're being encouraged to do that.
Yes, and I pulled the Sun card, which is so beautiful. People definitely are attracted to you. Like, I feel like this radiance kind of vibrating off of you. Like, your energy is really pure and bright, and people want to see more of that. And I think I agree with Co. You've kind of shared it a little bit, but you haven't really fully stepped into it. And it's funny, I pulled the same card, the Chariot. It's time to go towards the sun. Oops. The sun is right there. You're so close to it, and it's time to just show up and go towards your passion work.
Happy New Year to you, Markeisha. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Next is Lisa. I would love, pun intended, to have some guidance on my love life. Okay, so let's see what we can get for you. Again, when you guys are asking for things, I'm just gonna pull general. But if you're in a relationship, give us a little more context. Then we could tune in more. Look, these 2 cards. Oh, 3 cards. Let's see.
My whole deck almost just fell out, so I don't know why, but I was like, do you have a lot of prospects? Is there a lot of people coming in?
Huh. Lisa, I'm just going to give you, because 4 cards just fell out, so I'm going to give you, there's some healing to be done from some broken heart, cracked, heartbroken. There's some healing of broken part, or maybe kind of just healing of yourself, or also be mindful of people who are with broken heart in your field that you are attracting, because there's poison apple, toxicity, lessons, red flags. So just be mindful that not at all so just be really be open eyes about these things. Okay, so when unhealed people can bring in toxicity and red flags into a relationship, your own, or you could be other people. Magnetic, though, you're quite magnetic, so you keep attracting not just the toxic people, but you just keep attracting. So people are gonna come to you. Just be really choosy, right? Because they're gonna all come to you. You need to be choosy. Because I also got like honey, so it's like it's like people are coming to you. So don't be powerless about it. So but be really responsible and mindful about that power that you have.
All right, well, I had 5 cards come out. So the first 2 Ten of Cups and Nine of Cups. Ten of Cups is typically the marriage card. It's perfect balance, it's harmony, it's love. Nine of Cups, oh, excuse me. Nine of Cups is self-love, self-abundance, wanting more. This is the type of energy that I feel like you're putting out there. And it's hilarious because you have Knight of Cups. Let's see if I can get all of these in. Knight of Cups, King of Wands, and King of Pentacles. So you've got all of these people coming in. These are who you're attracting. I can't reiterate enough. It feels like you are attracting so many people, not even romantic relationships. People are just attracted to this like bright, fluffy, pink, love, cotton candy type aura that you're putting out there from your heart space. But you have to be careful. Like what CO said, there could be some toxic people coming in, some really caring people who actually care about you. But I think this is more of like, you're doing the right things with the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups, but with the amount of different like men who showed up in this reading, definitely be careful. Definitely use your intuition and what feels right to your gut and your heart space.
Awesome. Fun stuff. Happy Valentine's Day. Anna said, this is Anna. Thank you. I'm in a relationship, but we recently decided to be open. I guess this is a yes, I'm pursuing the other and new guy. Oh, okay. So you want us to, that was Anna. So we already pulled for Anna. What did we say about Anna? I already forgot. Sorry.
I already forgot.
When we're channeling, we don't remember. So whatever you received as an intuitive guidance, please take it, because we're kind of catching up behind. And again, when we're channeling, we don't remember what we said. We have to watch the replay. So, all right, Amy was general. So. And not Amy, this is for Amy. Sorry, Amy. I got divine love. So really, how can you think about how can you operate or how can you live from the vibration of divine love? So this is not just romantic love. This is just love, the highest vibration of the universe. So you're being asked to really intentionally try to vibrate and try to come and operate from this frequency of love. And when you do, whatever you're seeking to manifest, the good outcome, there's a good outcome waiting for you.
Yeah, I feel like there's something you're seeking. You're kind of waiting for something to arrive to you. Like you're waiting at the end of this like runway, but it kind of falls into this black abyss, it feels like. And it's like the things that are coming to you kind of fall into this black abyss before they really even arrive. So, sorry, let me rethink how I want to say this here. It's almost like your fear kind of gets in the way of it arriving to you. You start to like overthink, like, oh, I don't know if I actually deserve that. The answer is yes, you do deserve that. You absolutely deserve everything that's coming to you. And fear is the biggest killer of things that we want to manifest in our lives. So I know that's easier said than done. It's super hard to work with fear and ego and thinking we don't deserve things, but start doing I kind of feel like you have to start doing some like affirmation work, like I am worthy, I am loved, I'm capable, like all these things kind of just keep coming, like these I ams keep coming up into my head. So start doing some of that work, and I feel like a lot of doors will open up for you, and it'll feel much more natural because you're kind of operating from a space of love and self-love.
Beautiful. You would think we talked about our cards beforehand, but Lydia is really good at linking it. We haven't talked about our cards, but Lydia is really good about finding that alignment in both of our cards. Amy Hernandez, I guess she wants general guidance. Let's do general guidance for Amy. What's going on with Amy? Okay. Somebody needs to kind of either get organized, get grounded. I'm going to pull a couple more cards because this is interesting.
feel a lot of like pressure in my like chest, throat chakra area. That's like when I first tune into this person's energy, it's very interesting.
Mm. Amy, I feel like, I don't know, you might be kind of going through some spiritual expansion, but it feels kind of a little a little wild, a little disjointed, or a little ungrounded. So a lot of things are kind of happening. Your feelings this way, you have ideas that, in 1 minute, and you feel this way, and then you feel sad, and then you feel joyful. So I feel like so this is part of your expansion process, but it's also, it's kind of, it can feel a little scary, and it could actually get a little too disorganized. So that's what I'm sensing. So you're being asked to kind of call them back into where you come from. So where you originate from. Call these energies back into your own self, and also reach out to your community who are kind of going through similar things, or they're aware of these similar things that you are going through. That can kind of be the sounding board, or be the people like, you're getting a little too unorganized, let us help you to get organized. So maybe some mentorship and healing, or help, or just support. But it just feels like it's a short-term process, but you do want to kind of call them back in and get things grounded.
Yeah, and I feel like you recently have kind of left something behind. This is Six of Swords, so it's interesting because the swords to me look like they're floating in water and just slowly leaving things behind. But that's been really scary for you, and it hasn't felt very comfortable. So what came up next was the burden card. This is 10 of Wands. So you feel like you're carrying all these like past burdens, and then burdens of other people, because I do feel like there's like this judgment of coming from others of like, what, you're doing what now? Like, you're doing that? I don't think so. You shouldn't do that. And that's kind of adding more burden to your shoulders. Whatever it is that you're working on, you're allowing them to come too much into your space, and really it's about putting up boundaries. The final card is Queen of Swords. And this is really cutting through the BS, like saying, nope, this is what I want to do. This is my passion. This is my work. This is really about me owning who I truly am. And you don't have to do it in a harsh or mean or aggressive way to these people, but it's really setting boundaries. And I think that's going to be really important for you.
All right, we're moving on. Bernadette wants a general guidance.
Okay.
Bernadette, I pulled 3 cards for you. I got enough and Tiger Spirit. First of all, you're enough. You're good enough. You have enough. You know enough. Anytime you feel like it's not enough, you have to do more. You do not have to. You already have everything you need. And then Tiger Spirit comes in relation to that, to really let you know that you need to really trust yourself, having that inner, not only trust in how good you are, you know enough and all this enough, but then having the courage to express it or show up as that, right? It's one thing to know, like, for example, I do this a lot I tell this a lot to a lot of my clients. It's one to know that you are awesome, but it takes another layer of courage to actually show up as if you know you're awesome. So you're being asked to do that. So this is integrity. When you look yourself in the mirror, in that vision of you, who you are you showing up as that person? So be more brave to really claim all the wonderful things that you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I pulled the Moon and the Nine of Swords, and I feel like this is you right now. It's like you're doing a lot of my camera's mirrored, so it gets confused. You're doing a lot of contemplation work, but sometimes it kind of creates these fears and these like nightmares, and you kind of it's like that staying up at night thinking and overthinking, oh, am I doing the right thing? Am I stepping up in the right way? But the outcome card is the Empress. And she's so beautiful. This person, this individual really shines in her truest light. And it's like, these fears and all of the things that you're overthinking about and kind of and ruminating on, I feel like, as you just kind of go through this cycle and this pattern, they're not actual true statements or facts about you. It's the fears that are coming up around it. So know that you can show up in this way. You are super abundant. Everything is very bright around you. And you're supported by the universe and all of your spirit guides. I feel so many like energies coming in all of a sudden, and they feel very positive. So trust in that. Don't trust your fears and ego. Trust in the universe and yourself and your truest. I keep seeing that, like, the, what is it? The spine, the Kundalini chakra, or I forget what it's called. Kundalini snake in all the chakra points going and running very clear. So that just says to me that you're running very clear, and it's just other external stuff that's kind of messing with you.
Awesome. Okay, next will be, I think, Holly. Guidance on being okay with things I can control. So let's just see, maybe you're just highlighting you're struggling with that part, but let us just pull some general guidance around that for Holly. Lydia, you want to go first, or?
Yeah. So the first card I pulled, this is from my other deck, is Illumination. So I think this is really allowing you to reflect. You trying to control all of these things or whatever is happening is giving you space to reflect on all of the things that you want to control, but you know that you can't. And if you're not doing that, it's really time to take a step back and say, oh, I can't control that, and I want to know why, and it's causing a lot of like tension. Like I feel a lot of tension right here in your throat chakra. So really dive into why that's causing you some tension and feeling frustrated about why you can't control it, because the way to release it is to flow with yourself, flow with your emotions. You don't have to, like, you're almost even trying to control your emotions around what you can't control. So it's like this vicious cycle. Like it feels like, oh, like I feel like I'm about to just throw up all this stuff and like everything that I want to say, but I can't. So I'm holding it back in, but then I want to, and then I can't. So you really have to get in flow with some of the things that you can't control, because if not, this cycle is going to continue. So really find a way to get it out. Writing, screaming in the middle of the forest, or, just something, like some way to express and get it out will be really important.
So Holly, okay, so we all know we can't control everything, right? We can't control everything that we want to control. We know this. The fact that you're so not okay with it that you have to ask specifically for guidance for this, tarot card reading, so that's more important than the fact that you can't really control everything. Do you understand what I'm saying? The fact that this is so difficult for you to accept the fact that of course we can control everything we want to. Like, we know this. I think we've known this since we're like little, right? But somehow this is feeling quite, it's affecting you in a powerful way. So there's more to that, right? There's more to that. So there needs to be some type of kind of inner work needing to be done, inner healing that needs to be done. So we cannot give you some tactics or tips on saying, oh, this is how you become a little better about it. It's almost like we are kind of shining light on the fact that maybe there's some more inner work and healing to be done for you to flow, like Lydia said, with this universe. Some guidance I did get is the grounding. So it could be nature time, or also kind of being with the nature, or also grounding practice. Sometimes when we are so not grounded, we get distracted, or we see so many things and we get so sucked into different things. But when you are really grounded and on your feet, and your feet grounded into this earth, and all it matters, your ego self, your soul self, you are the most important thing that can make a difference. So bring it back into that basic thing could be actually helpful. The next guidance for you was see common ground. that there are, maybe there's in situations and things that you feel like you can't control, there's some commonality or benefits you can seek, maybe some gratitude. There's things you could seek and you could find in the areas that you want to change or you want to control. All right, well, that's some stuff for you. And then next is Jane. Jane wants a general guidance.
I feel like you're seeking something new. You're kind of, this is the Three of Wands, and you're kind of hopping, skipping, jumping towards something completely different, or you're wanting to. But it feels a little muddy. Like there's no like clear vision of what that is for you yet. The second card that fell out was the Hermit card. So it's really, I think this is telling you you're really wanting to leave something or go towards something new, manifest something new and different that feels very refreshing, but you're not really sure what that is yet. So the Hermit card is asking you to go within and maybe take some time away from the advice of other people or seeking advice from other people about what you should be doing. Really, the advice is within. If you just listen long enough, if you sit with yourself long enough, I feel like writing will be really important to just let it all out. You're like, what do I want to do? And you just write everything out and then ask, and then really tune into each one and say, okay, I like this one, I like this one. And then that can help you like launch off into the next step of what it is that you're seeking and what it is that you're wanting to manifest.
Jane, I pulled Dragon card, which is just like, big dragon spirit to just, fiery, fierce, spitting fire, dragon spirit. But when I tuned in for your dragon, it's almost like dragon is like, and then there's like no fire coming because you're so tired. You're kind of burnt out. So you're still dragon. You're really like powerful, but like the dragon is like, oh, I'm so exhausted. So it's like, so you're being told to really protect your boundary and you need to recharge. You are still a dragon, so you're not gonna lose that powerfulness, but it's time to recharge. And maybe and I got goblin play, so maybe some playfulness, or so some some easy flowy playfulness is needed for you to get the fire back and recharge your energy. That's what I got for you, Jane. All right, people are saying thank you. It resonates with me, so you're welcome. Tamara, you wanted another card. We're actually pulling just one card per person because if we pick another card, then we end up pulling for another card. But Tamara, since you're in Inner Circle, I would suggest that you post, you put a card request inside my paid membership site, Inner Circle, and I'm sure the members will be happy to pull extra cards for you. So you could do it that way, and we're just going to keep moving. Career card for who's this person though? We don't know this person's name, so please let us know. Maybe comment again with your name because our software doesn't know. Oh, you just came clear in my video all of a sudden. You're a little bit, yeah, you were a little fuzzy, but now like everything looks clear.
Ooh.
Magical too to me. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, so whoever that wanted a career guidance, please comment again with your name and then we'll, because we don't, and then, so we'll just go to D'Angela for now. D'Angela wants a general guidance.
I feel like this person is working really hard and not really getting the rewards that they want from working this hard. Just listening. Four of Pentacles. I feel like you're fine. Like you're making lots of money, you're very abundant, everything's okay, but it's boring. Like you're just kind of like, ugh, what's next? Like you're seeking something different with the Two of Wands. Like you're kind of like, this is great. I have this really solid foundation. I've got two really strong pillars next to me, but where is this taking me? What's the journey that I'm supposed to be going on? And it's just causing a lot of burden, unfortunately, with the Ten of Wands. It's more burden than you want to have. So I feel like I have to pull another card. The Lovers. How appropriate for Valentine's Day. But I feel like in this sense, your goal is to seek something that is more heart work. Right now, you're not really doing heart work. It's not really passionate, but it makes you feel good because you are abundant. You can provide for yourself, but there's something missing. And I think it's finding this perfect situation scenario work related. I feel like it's work related. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I feel like there's just something missing from this situation. So that this is what you seek is pure balance. It's pure harmony. It's working really well together with somebody else or another like company or something related to that. So, oh, I hope that helps.
Angela, I pulled 3 cards. When one was conflict resolution, boundary. So there's definitely, I feel like there's certain conflict, maybe with people or energies in an environment that you work with people, or like a relationship you have or something. But there's definitely different, and I don't think it's just one conflict. I think these are actually just there's some conflict energy. And I think because you're empath, you have taken on more of that conflict stress than the rest of the people. So you're being really asked to, you need to resolve this somehow. You can't ignore it, but you're going to have to resolve some type of a compromise or resolution, because you can't go on like that. And you need to seal in your protection, energetic protection, or maybe just not spending so much time with them. And then the healing needed for you, because I think this has been going on for a while, is that self-compassion, right? Like just giving yourself that grace and compassion to heal and continue to perform in whatever capacity that's authentic to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so next is Deepa. Deepa wanted to know about restarting my career in garment manufacturing and how it will go. All right, it's guidance for Deepa's business.
I feel like some more contemplation work has to happen, some more thinking, some more making sure that the I's are dotted and T's are all crossed. Because it's really interesting. I don't know. I pulled 3 of Wands again. I feel like I've pulled this many times during this reading, but it's like you're still seeking something, or you're just not really sure. I mean, obviously you're asking us about it, so there's really just you're not very clear on this direction, is what this feels like to me. So the other card that came out is the Hermit. So it's really important to contemplate, think about it, write things down. Is this really the path, or is there something that you could do different? I just feel like this total unsuredness right now. When I tap into this, it's like it could go this way or it could go that way. So I think getting really grounded and really laying out a business plan, like if you haven't really done that, or if you haven't made sure, like gone through every line of a business plan, it's time to do that. But it does feel good. Like it doesn't feel like a bad investment or a bad change. It does feel like a good change, but I feel like there's just something really causing some illusion right now. But it will bring some nice abundance in. This is the Princess of Pentacles, so it is going to be very fruitful for you. And also the Empress came out, and I love that she's holding a little pomegranate, I think. So it's going to be abundant, but make sure that you're checking everything right now.
Deepa, I pull divine timing. So it feels like it's kind of the timing of it is, you're reaching the divine timing. So if you're unsure of timing, I think you trust the divine timing. So when you return to it, the timing is right. I pull children card, inner child, but in this sense, I feel like it's children cards. I don't know if does it mean children's clothing? Or maybe is there something that you are supposed to do with children instead of garment business, or somehow like you need to balance the two? But there's definitely, to me, feels like there's something that have to do with children. So if there's a possibility to expand into like a product for children, or something like that, maybe that's in alignment. But there's something you need to let go to. So it's almost like in order for you to do something with children, you may have to get rid of. So maybe it's like restructuring your customer, like what I don't know garment inserts, but if you've been doing like men's clothes, maybe you're supposed to release men's clothes and you're supposed to do children's clothes or something. So I feel like there's some type of restructuring, letting certain things go and creating something new, or doing something new. So hopefully that's helpful to you. If not, just take advice that's aligned to you, especially for these type of business decisions, right? Because you have all the answers within you. We're just simply, that's one thing that I constantly remind people, especially people who come from cultures of fortune tellers, right? We come like fortune tellers, they think we see the future. They seem to think that we actually have a foresight for the future. Sometimes we get the visions of your future, but we're only seeing possibilities. So the visions we're seeing is not actual outcome. We're only seeing possibilities that you may manifest in your current energy field. So the way things are for you, the way everything feels for you in your energy, these are the visions you are getting that could be in the future, but that doesn't mean we're seeing your future. So as soon as your free will and your intention and you manifest it, so we're only seeing possibility that you can choose to manifest and then do it right. So yeah, I just want to always caution people, like, people, they ask us to, right? Don't you have that happen? You do so many readings, Lydia, they're asking for future reading, and I have to remind them we're not seeing future. Any psychic or intuitive people who really assure you that they can see the future, that one outcome future, and tell you how it's going to be happen, be wary. Yeah, be cautious.
Yeah.
But anything you want to add, Lydia, in your experience of that, or maybe some insight for you to people who are wanting these type of a guidance?
Yeah, it's interesting. I've been told, oh, you're going to marry this person. Their name starts with this letter. So look for that person. And I'm like, no, as an intuitive, as a psychic, I'm like, I have free will. And you telling me that in 5 years, and this was 5 years ago, that I'm going to marry this person with this letter on their first name and potentially this letter of their last name. I'm like, it's 5 years from then, and I'm not married. I'm not in a relationship. And I'm like, it's total free will. It's up to us. And if I met every single person, I was like, oh, you have those initials, so you must be the one I'm going to get married to. And I'm like, no, I don't want to get married to that person. So like I said, I think at the beginning of this, it's really important, even with us, to use discernment. And even though we're providing advice, you're asking us for advice. Sometimes it doesn't always resonate, and it's totally fine if it doesn't resonate with you. So that's another thing I always like to tell people is sometimes the messages I give don't resonate, and that's completely fine. Like I also think any other good intuitive or psychic would not be offended if it didn't resonate. If it did resonate, awesome. If it doesn't resonate, then okay, we missed it, but it's okay. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm a bad reader, I'm terrible, because then it's like that's when ego and fear gets involved with all of this. So
Yeah, we're all saying, yeah, like there's such thing
Mhm.
as person like alignment, right? So
Yeah.
just like some people don't like me at all, no matter how hard I try, and then some people are really accepting and helpful to me as a friend. It's same for us doing our intuitive work. Just because we do psychic or intuitive work means that we are like the right person to give you that guidance.
Mhm. I
Um,
feel like when people are like, "Oh, can you tap into my future or can you tell me my future?" It's really hard to do that because we're really only tapping, well, for me personally, I shouldn't lump us both or everybody into this, but I'm really only trying to tap into your energy around that situation. So if your energy says, I I'm trying to manifest this. I want to win $1 million. I'm going to feel that energy and say, wow, I feel like you're really abundant, or you're trying to manifest more money, or you're making more money. That's a real thing. If you're working on something really hard and you're putting it out there energetically, we're going to tap into that and we're going to be able to pick it up. And so if it doesn't happen, a lot of times what happens is people come back to you and they're like, "You said I was going to make all this money." And I'm like, "No, I tapped into your manifestation, into your affirmations or your work around
yeah.
wanting to manifest $1 million."
Yeah, so our advice to you guys is just always keep that ownership. Keep the ownership of your own life, your own healing, and your own future, all your own manifestation, no matter what these intuitive people tell you to do. So be worried when they actually promise you future outcome. Be also worried if you encounter someone who says, "Oh, you have bad energy," or "your ancestors are angry at you," or "you have a bad spirit attachment." It could be true, but be worried if they try to sell you some $5,000 ritual or like $700. So if they tell you something like this, something that's fearful, so if they try to rise like fear, sense of timing urgency, if you don't do this, somebody will get hurt, or bad things will happen. If they try to come at you with those kind of approach, and then they try to offer you a solution that you have to pay a lot of money, that's another like red flag. Be cautious.
Just
Yes,
run.
right, right. I want to say run, but I want to stay cautious because again,
Yeah.
these rituals and things that intuitive people can help you definitely help. And this is all energy exchange. They're not going to do it for free. They're going to charge you money. Fine. But if it comes in those kind of combination of all those, like, oh, your ancestor is angry at you. If you don't do this, something may happen. Oh, and I'm the person to fix that for you with X amount of dollars. Those combination.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
yeah, because again, the answers, your own life, your own future, your own healing, you own it, you have it. So we're only facilitating. But anyway, that was our soapbox. Sorry, but we had a couple of people, so we pulled Kim's and then
Okay.
Tasha and Sarah, and then we'll finish. So we'll do Kim
Okay.
Marie. Okay, so I'll do Kim. We'll do Kim, and then we'll finish it, Sarah. Oh shit! What did I just do? Did I? No, I didn't lose her. I think we'll wait until Sarah. I mean, hold on, Kim. We lost Lydia, so Lydia needs to come back. We'll wait. So I'll just hang out with you guys. So she was talking about, oh, Mercury retrograde. Now she's gonna come back and be like, oh, I got kicked out. Mercury retrograde. But we'll read you, Kim. Oh, there she is. Oh, oh shoot.